Hi guys, welcome to Go Time with Showtime. This is your first time stopping by my channel. Hit the subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, like always guys, you know how we do. Today we're going to do this story out of Oregon. This story right here is about 29-year-old Negasi Zuberi. Now what Negasi Zuberi did was very disturbing on so many accounts, because this man was traveling all around the world and kidnapping women he was holding against their own will. So before we get into this story guys, I'm gonna roll the clip as always, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. So I'll see all you guys back here in a sec.
Find disturbing. The FBI is accusing 29-year-old Negasi Zuberi, who goes by several other names, of kidnapping a woman in Seattle and driving her to his home in Klamath Falls. Well, he allegedly sexually assaulted that woman on his way from Washington to Oregon and kept his victim locked in a makeshift cinder block cell in Klamath Falls. The FBI says this all started July 15th. Investigators say Zuberi drove from Oregon to Washington and, according to his victim, solicited a prostitute in Seattle. He then allegedly posed as an undercover police officer, threatened his victim with a taser before handcuffing her and putting her in leg irons. Police say he went back to Klamath Falls and locked her in the cinder block cell in his garage. The victim told the FBI she was able to break down the door after a few hours, beating that door down with her hands. She then flagged down a passing driver who called 911. A search warrant was issued and executed at his home on the 16th. The suspect was arrested later that day in Nevada after allegedly taking off to Reno. That's where he engaged in a standoff with police.
After law enforcement arrested him in Nevada, he appeared in federal court there in front of a judge on July 26th. And that judge in Reno ordered him detained pending his transfer to Oregon. The U.S. Marshals Service is now in the process of bringing him back to Oregon to face the kidnapping charge, and we anticipate that he'll appear in federal court in Medford, Oregon, in the coming weeks.
To date, Zuberi has been linked to at least 4 sexual assaults in 4 other states. We believe there may be more victims.
The FBI says Zuberi used multiple aliases, Sakima, Justin Haichi, and Justin Kouassi. They say they are investigating his activities in 10 different states and say they do have reason to believe that he may have sexually assaulted more victims. The Bureau says between 2016 and this year, he lived in Oregon, Washington, California, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, Florida, New York, New Jersey, and Alabama. Court documents say his Klamath Falls landlord has filed eviction papers against him. The FBI does not believe the suspect is from Oregon. The FBI says Zuberi may have drugged more victims in the past and impersonated police officers in order to prey on more people. A federal complaint document filed in the District of Oregon charges Zuberi with interstate kidnapping. That's a crime that carries the possibility of life in prison. Now, if you believe that you were a victim or if you have any information about Zuberi, you are asked to make a tip to the FBI. The FBI is setting up a website for victims to submit information. That website, you can see it on your screen, fbi.gov/Sakima victims, or you can call 1-800-CALL-FBI. And of course, we'll continue to.
Hi guys, welcome back. You saw that story. Now here it is, 29-year-old Negasi is going all around driving, kidnapping different women whom he do not know, holding them against their own will. Now, looking at this from a woman's standpoint, this has got to be the most terrifying ordeal any woman could encounter. This right here is gonna be so traumatizing to this lady that got away, and probably to other ladies that have encountered Mr. Negasi. Because who says that all these women did get away? We don't know. They still investigating. So it's no telling how many victims he had. And like this lady said, she said that she didn't think that if she stayed there locked down in this cell in his garage that she would live. And it take a strong individual and a strong-willed person to fight for their life like this lady did. And I'm glad she escaped, because that is a sick individual. He made a whole makeshift cell out of cinder blocks and metal to hold people captured in his garage, while he sexual assaulted half of them, videotaped himself sexual assaulting them, making it seem like it was consensual when these women were held against their own will, not knowing if they would get out of here, not knowing would they see their family again, not knowing if they're gonna lose their life in this makeshift cell that this man have built for them. And not only that, he went way to Seattle, Washington, to abduct this lady, putting her in the car, threatening her with tasers, and then putting leg iron on her legs, handcuffs, sexual assaulting her throughout the ride back over to where he's from in Oregon. This individual needs to be off the street, and it's good that they caught him. And for his crime that he done, and while the FBI have been investigating, he could face up to life in prison, and he should get life in prison. He should get actually more than life in prison. I think he should get the death penalty for what he done to these women. And because this individual right here, there's no reconstructing him to be a civil human being, because in his mind, what he did was not that of a person with feelings for anybody but himself. Guys, leave comments below. Let me know how you feel about this story. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys. And I'll see all you back here in my next video.